خزيان مخبش لمنوخن أهاي لبرس خزود عطوراي بسيول وانوان شاروكينا هسو مقرون قطوخن أها خرزة إيجت إيتون هر هاتغ زي خزيان سيرز مدرستو ترلاكو باي اريا شو خرزة إديو خزيان مخبر ديتون بضايا يرخد بتايا إن إلكشنز هر هاتغ زي برس خزود عطوراي بسيول وكامل ديو خيشا قبتت متو أمتنايا عطوراي تعمل بتقاوينا مخدش بهم همزمياته من ناشيو كانديد سينا برخاطة أخ بروس رانر بس بوشن أمن قبت خداسات برس خزود عطوراي بسيول أنا مخبر دي مدخران قد توخن برس خزود عطوراي بسيول خيشا قبتت متو أمتنايا عطوراي تعمل إنا ختمة همزمياته من كانديد سينا برخاطة elections يرخد بتايا
Shalama everyone and good evening. My name is Rain Hannah and I am honored to be your host this evening. I would like to start by thanking you for joining us here tonight. Illinois is home to arguably the strongest Assyrian community in the country, and we are very excited about having the opportunity to meet the various candidates here with us tonight. Before we begin, I would like to thank Mr. Sheba Mando of the Assyrian National Council of Illinois for his support in tonight's event, as well as Mr. Ramsen Benjamin of the Assyrian American Chamber of Commerce for his efforts in organizing it. I would also like to remind everyone that online voter registration ends tonight at midnight. If you have not yet registered, please do so by tonight. However, if you are unable to register tonight, there is a grace period that will extend through November 3rd. If you do register, if you do register through the grace period, you will have to vote at a select location with your state-issued ID. If you have questions in this regard, please feel free to approach us later on this evening. The Assyrian community has made great progress in the past few years. We hope to continue this trend and strengthen our relationship with all of our public officials. That being said, I would like to introduce to you Ms. Lisa Ruby Hersberg, campaign manager for Ms. Kathy Miles, candidate for Illinois State Representative.
Hello to you all. My name is Lisa Ruby Hersberg, and I'm the campaign manager for Kathy Miles, who's running for state representative in District 17. Kathy is running to be state representative, and I'm here to tell you why you should fully support her and get behind her no matter where you live. She is a wife, a mother of two, and working attorney in Chicago. She was born and raised in Illinois and has lived here and worked here for the past 25 years. She is a proud homeowner in Wilmette for the past 9 years. Kathy loves this state like so many of us. She was tired of hearing and seeing the financial mismanagement and struggle that is forcing businesses out and tearing families apart. Kathy recognizes that the system in Illinois is simply broken. And it's time for politicians to stop making excuses and start serving us and not themselves.
Now I'd like to introduce Mr. Mike Webster. Mr. Webster is a candidate for Secretary of State. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Webster.
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you here tonight. Bruce Rauner always likes speaking after me because I fill the rooms up so well. So when he comes in, you can tell him, he can thank me later. But my name's Mike Webster, and I am the Republican candidate for Secretary of State. I do have the hardest job in Illinois politics right now. I have to run against this institution who has held that office for the last 16 years and actually was first elected into Springfield in 1978. Jesse White has moved to Springfield and kind of moved in all of our lifetimes here. He is the epitome of why we need term limits, I believe, in state politics. But my grandfather used to give me phrases all the time, and he said, if you throw dirt, all you're going to do is lose ground. So I'm not going to run that kind of campaign, but I want to tell you who I am and why I'm running for this office and what I think we're going to do. As I said, my name is Mike Webster. I'm a CPA attorney. I'm not a politician. I've been in the private law practice for 28 years. Working with owners, operators of businesses. I work with people who start businesses in Illinois, who run businesses in Illinois, and who hire people in Illinois. And when people think of the Secretary of State's office, the first thing they think of, and maybe the last thing they think of, is license plates and driver's license. That's only one of the 22 departments in the Secretary of State's office, and one of the big ones is the Department of Business Services. Every new business in Illinois and every existing business in Illinois has to work through the Secretary of State. He's the gatekeeper of that office, of all businesses. Illinois is not a friendly place to run a business. It's not a friendly place to start a business, and it starts with our politicians in Springfield. We were ranked 47th out of 50 states in business friendliness for startups and continuing business. Only New York and New Hampshire, New York and New Jersey are worse than us. California actually got better than us in this go around. Illinois families are hurting. We need new leadership in Springfield. I'm proud to be on the ticket with Bruce Rauner as a Republican candidate because we're going to usher in some new change here in Springfield. It's time to move the politicians that have taken up residence for a long time. And what we need to do is some proactive things in the office. Mr. White, once we were together, he said that you don't have to bring your lunch pail or your knapsack to go to the driver's license bureau anymore. And he said that things are getting better, and better than terrible still hasn't made things good. And I think the people of Illinois deserve politicians that actually remember why they were elected and why we got involved. As I said, I'm not a politician, so I want to take what I have, my skill base, and take it to Springfield and work for the people of the state of Illinois, and then get out. That's my job. I think that's what politicians were supposed to do, be the citizen legislator. That's one of the things I want to do. I have 4 daughters and a beautiful wife who are tired of me being around the house, so I figured I could run around for the last 14 months telling the people of the state of Illinois and getting to know the people of the state of Illinois and what they really want. And that's what people are telling me right now is we need people who care about us. In different parts of the state, we're hurting. And we feel like our state government is letting us down. They're just taking and taking and taking tax dollars from us. And it's time for some new leadership and some new change. I want to be part of that. Just because Jesse White's been in that office for 16 years and everybody knows his name, we're not going to give him a free pass. Being popular doesn't make you immune from a challenge. We've been taking the challenge to him in this race, and I appreciate everyone coming out to listen to the candidates. We've got a great guy who's going to speak after me here, Mr. Rauner. I'm really excited to be on the team with him, and I can't wait to get to Springfield and get to work with him. Thank you all for having me here tonight.
Bedell is also here, and he is a candidate for state representative. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Bedell.
Good evening, and thank you for the opportunity of speaking with you tonight. My name is Greg Bedell. I'm the Republican candidate, proudly the Republican candidate for state representative for the 15th District. The 15th District is most of Morton Grove, most of Niles, the southwest corner of Glenview, where I live, a little bit of Park Ridge, 1 block in Skokie, 6 wards in the city of Chicago, only one of which, the 39th ward, is fully in there. I have knocked on a lot of doors over the last several months and talked to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. And I introduced myself by saying, I'm not a career politician. I'm just somebody that got tired of yelling at the TV and the radio. I decided to get off the couch, get in the game, get involved, and try and make things better. Many, many people, when I say that, and it's the truth, actually. It came to me when I was yelling at the TV one day. I said, I just got to get in. Yelling at a TV doesn't do anything. You have to run for office and get involved and try and make a difference if you're going to change it. But when I talk to people about this, I usually get a smile because they're doing the same thing. People in this state understand. We are at a crossroads where if we don't start making changes, we're going to get in much worse trouble. It's hard to believe, but we could be the next Detroit. And I'm here to try and make a difference so that doesn't happen. But let me tell you a little bit about myself first. I've been a practicing lawyer as of last month, 30 years. I started my career with the Securities Exchange Commission, and after 3 years, I went into private practice. And for basically the last 25 years, I've devoted my career to working with small businesses and entrepreneurs and individuals. Many of my clients I helped do their incorporation papers, as Mr. Webster indicated. That's part of the function of the lawyer, part of the function of the Secretary of State. And I've seen them grow. I have clients that went from $0 to a few $100,000. I have some clients that went from $2 million to $20 million in business. And I've been with them every step of the way. And I've learned about their problems, not just legal problems, but business problems that they face. And I've had an opportunity to listen to them and get an idea of what they face. Here's an example today. I was talking to one of my clients. And those of you that run businesses, you understand the problems that this state faces with workers' compensation. The rates you have, the issues you have about did the employee get hurt on the business or not. It's one of the very difficult aspects of doing business in the state of Illinois. Nobody's addressing that. That's not fair. Another big unfairness is the disparity in the way businesses are treated in this state. If you're a big business, if you're a Sears, if you're a Motorola, and you're thinking about moving, business isn't as good, you pick up the phone, you get Mr. Quinn on the line. Hey, or you get Mr. Madigan on the line, even better. Hey, what can you do for me? Who in this room could call Mr. Madigan and Mr. Quinn and have their phone call answered? I could not. My clients could not. That's not fair. There are programs built into the budget in the state of Illinois that we all pay for that benefit the big guys and not us. All those businesses along Dempster, along Milwaukee Avenue, they don't have that chance. That's not right. I'm here to fight for them, and I'm here to fight for you. Now, another thing that I want to make sure happens is I want to make sure that the legislature follows the law and makes good on its promise to all of us that they'll roll back that tax rate to 3.5%, as the law requires and as they promised. They're talking about doing something different. They're talking about keeping it there. They're talking about raising it. I will not vote to raise taxes. The state of Illinois does not need any more money. We cut those things like that crony capitalism, big deals for big businesses. We can bring the tax rate down and still have enough money to do what we need to do. I can't tell you how many times I've knocked on a door and an older resident in Morton Grove or Niles comes up and they look me straight in the eye and they say, I can't afford my house anymore. When I bought my house, my taxes were $400. They're 10 times that now. They're 20 times that now. I can't afford to live here. That's wrong. We need to bring down our spending so that people can afford to stay in the homes they've had for decades. I believe Mr. Rauner probably wants to speak. Let me finish by telling you why it's important that you hear from me tonight. Mr. Rauner is going to win. I know that. But if Mr. Rauner wins and the state legislature doesn't change, he's facing a supermajority, which means if he vetoes something, they can override him. Mike Madigan can have his way. If nothing changes other than Mr. Rauner wins and I wins, Mr. Madigan loses that supermajority. Then he's got to negotiate. Then the game is different. We need you to get out there to vote for Mr. Rauner, for me in the 15th District, for Kathy Miles. I know her very well. She's an outstanding person. Will be a great representative. You send us down to Springfield, we'll start making the state better. Thank you very much.
And now, I would like you to join me in welcoming Mr. Bruce Rauner. Good evening. Thank you all for being here. My name is Tonya Khoury, and it is my pleasure to welcome you all this evening. And what a wonderful turnout. Thank you all for being here and representing your wonderful Assyrian community. I have the privilege of introducing our guest of honor this evening, Mr. Bruce Rauner. And Bruce Rauner is running for governor. But Bruce Rauner is not a politician. He's actually running for governor to rid Springfield of politicians, to rid Springfield of corruption, and to bring our state back to economic prosperity for you and your children and your grandchildren.
Thank you. We need positive change in Illinois, and Bruce Rauner is that change. So please join me in welcoming our next governor, Mr. Bruce Rauner.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I am very honored to be with you. God bless you. I'm excited to be here with you. I'm here because I want to go to work for you. The Assyrian community is one of the most important communities in Illinois. And I want to be a strong ally, a strong advocate for you, so your community is thriving, and so you have the American dream for your children and your grandchildren here in Illinois. Many of your relatives are suffering in Iraq as we speak. Many of your relatives are suffering in Syria as we speak. We need to work together. None of us can stand idly by while this violence is occurring. I will do everything I can as governor to work with Senator Mark Kirk, with our representatives in Congress, and with our president to make sure that the Assyrian people are protected, they have a homeland, and for those who would like to come to America, that the process is streamlined. They can come as refugees, come here to America for freedom and opportunity in the Assyrian community in the American way. Now, I'm running for governor because I love Illinois. I was born here. My grandparents immigrated from Sweden back 2 generations ago. My grandparents spoke Swedish. They didn't speak much English. They were dairy farmers. They had dairy cows and corn. My grandfather didn't have much money, but he believed in hard work. He believed in getting a good education as the key to our future, and he believed in giving back in the community. Those are the values that I got from my grandparents. I love to work. I love to work hard. I'm a business person. I'm not a politician. But I want to change Illinois so the government is run for your benefit and the benefit of all families again. Because right now, our government in Springfield is not working for you. It's not working for any of the families of our state. Our government is run by some corrupt politicians and their cronies and their lobbyists and their patronage workers. They're running the government for their benefit, not for your benefit. And I'm sick and tired of it. I won't take it anymore. This is home. We deserve to protect our homes. We should have a great future for our children here in our homes. And I want to restore that American dream for all of us, for you and everyone here. We had a big fight in my family 2 years ago when I was thinking about running, because many people encouraged me to run for office. They said, Bruce, you'd be good. You could turn the state around. You'd be great. We had a big fight. All 6 of my kids around the dinner table, 6 of us, with my wife and me and the 6 kids. Should Dad do this? Oh, it's going to be rough. You know, it's nasty politics. And my youngest daughter said, Daddy, don't run for governor. I don't want you to go to jail. I said, Katie, it's worse than you think. We've got 2 governors in prison. We've had 4 out of our last 7 governors go to jail. That's a fact. 4 out of our last 7 governors have gone to prison. And our current governor is under federal criminal investigation right now for abusing your taxpayer dollars. It's a broken system. It's corrupt. It's not working for you. And I decided to run because I know I can change it. I'm financially independent. I'm proud. I've been very successful. I didn't inherit any money, but I've been very successful. And this is I can't be bought, bribed, or intimidated. I'm financially independent. I can just stand up to those special interest groups down there in Springfield and fight for you, fight for the families, the homeowners, the school children, the taxpayers of Illinois. That's what I'm going to do. Springfield's never dealt with anybody like me. I don't need a job. I don't want a political career. I just want the government run right. And I'm going to fight for you when I get to Springfield. We're going to do, thank you. I want to do 4 things for you and all the families in Illinois. Number 1, I want to become a growth state, pro-business, pro-growth, pro-investment, pro-job creation. So we have a booming economy. And entrepreneurs and all of you who are small business owners, you are building your businesses. You're growing, you're hiring people, you're hiring your fellow Assyrian Americans, and we have a booming economy. So there are great careers for everybody who wants to work. Number two, I want to make the government efficient and effective and transparent and smaller so we don't have such a big tax burden on our families anymore. We bring down the tax burden, especially on our homeowners. Our real estate taxes are punishing to the families of Illinois. We've got to bring down the real estate tax burden. Number three, I don't want to invest in education so our schools are the best in America. And parents have choice in their schools. And we have parents who are empowered to choose a school that fits their child the best. And we have excellent schools, including schools that have vocational training, so our young people are trained for the jobs that are available in today's economy. And then the fourth priority for me is to rip up this corruption down in Springfield. I want to end the patronage hiring. I want to put term limits on the politicians so they have to leave office after 8 years in office. And I want to get redistricting reform so our politicians aren't customizing their districts so they can pick, so the politicians aren't picking the voters are picking their politicians. We're going to get that changed. Now, I'm honored and excited to go to work for you. This is my chance to give back. I'm going to move to Springfield. I'm going to shake up the system. I'm not going to take a salary or a pension. I can afford not to. I'd rather you guys keep that money. Taxpayers should keep that money. And I want to change that culture down there. You know, I believe, as the Bible says, to whom much has been given, from whom much is expected in return. This is my chance to give back. For my career, I've done well financially, and my wife and I care. So we help give back here in the suburbs of Chicago, in the city of Chicago. We fund health clinics. We built the Red Cross on the Eisenhower. We built the YMCA in Little Village. We build charter schools. We fund scholarships for low-income kids. We care. We love this community, and I want the Assyrian community thriving. I want to form a good partnership with you. I'd like to have a designated liaison from the Assyrian community who's part of our administration, who is helping us run policies that benefit the Assyrian American community here in Illinois. We can turn our state around together. We'll work together as partners. I want to go to work for you. I'm a worker. I'm a fighter. We're going to win this race. And here's the key. I need to ask you a favor. I need your partnership. We need to make sure everybody votes in this election. Everybody's got to vote. Get out and register. We still have a week of the grace period of register. Everybody's got to register, and everybody's got to vote. If our voters come to the polls, we're going to win by a big margin. If our voters stay home, that lets the machine on the other side run the process. And Madigan and that whole crowd, that will be a bad result. We can't let that happen. And here's our challenge. There are hundreds of thousands of voters in Illinois who don't vote in non-presidential elections. If it's not the presidency, they don't vote. They stay home. They say, oh, I only care about the president. Well, you know what? Electing a new president is very important, critically important. But you know what? Our tax burden, our school quality, our job opportunities in Illinois get determined as much by what the governor does as by what the president does. This race matters hugely. And when somebody says to you, if you're talking to your friends or your neighbors or you're at church, and somebody says to you, you know what, I'm sick of politics in Illinois, it's corrupt, and I'm only one person, my vote doesn't really matter, tell them, yes, your vote matters. This race is going to be decided by, I think, a few thousand votes. The last governor's race in Illinois was decided by fewer than 3 votes per precinct. It was a fraction of a percent. And I think that's very possible could happen this time. The race is very tight. We're basically neck and neck right now. So every vote matters, and this race matters. So if you'll help me, please. Yeah, we have yard signs over there. If you take some and spread them around. If maybe some of your friends, we have offices, campaign offices here in the northern suburbs in the city. What's there? What? Oh, you have a volunteer sign up, our campaign guy just said. If you'll, help us knock on some doors, make a few phone calls. If we have a big ground game, we're going to beat the Madigan machine and we're going to win this race. This is our time. I'm honored and excited. I'm very pumped up. We're campaigning hard 7 days a week, driven 150,000 miles driving the state of Illinois. We're campaigning in every community, and I'm excited. We're going to win this race. I can feel it. I know we are. And with you, together as partners, I want to be your ally, your advocate. Together, we'll win this race and we'll bring back the American dream, the pride and the prosperity for all the families of Illinois, especially our Assyrian American community. God bless you. Let's go win this race. Thank you very much.
ميقرات ميقرة شلام لوخن أنا من أخو لوخن جورج إشايا جورج أوديو برس خزوت أطوراي بتي والإيوغ جسكوكي جو بيتت متوى أمتنايا أطورايا سبب تيتن لخيلة قد ميقرا بروس راونر أو تيلم candidate Republican candidate قا state of Illinois بتآتي لخا أم خشمة خينة تينا برخاطة as Republicans إلى رابع نقيتا قد شو الخام نوخن بالت يرخد بتاعي اللي عاود فوت قد أوبر سوبت أو مغوبولي إن أنا بخشامن يقرأ بروس راونر داود خابيدا الرابع جورا قا إلينوي بمصلية التاكسس برسوبة بمصلية التاكسس بتواتي ودبزنيسة بس ما نوخن بوشن أمان أمداها تبقتا Mr. Rauner, I want to thank you for being here, taking the time and supporting the Assyrian community. Assyrian community, we're loyal citizens. We like you. We will support you. We're very proud of you.
Thank you.
I would like to ask you a question about your opponent portrays you as a wealthy person,
Yes.
not sensitive to the minority,
Right.
to the elderly, to the women. You have a hidden agenda against education, social issue. How do you respond to that?
Yes, these are all false attacks. Pat Quinn can't run on the truth because he's failed as governor, and he's let the people of Illinois down. We have no jobs, we have high taxes, we have deteriorating schools, and he's under criminal investigation for corruption. Pat Quinn's a failure, so he attacks my success because he doesn't have success. I'm proud of my success. I've been a business builder my whole life. I've done very well working for teachers in Illinois and taxpayers in Illinois by investing pensions. So we've done a terrific job. And I believe in giving back in the community. I've helped build health clinics and the Red Cross and helped our veterans and helped fund our schools. I believe in giving back. And as governor, it'll be my chance to give back. I'm not going to take a salary or a pension. And I'm going to move to Springfield and stand up against those special interest groups down there and fight for taxpayers and school children and families. We're going to turn our state around and get it run right. I'm very proud of my success, and I want to bring success to Springfield.
Thank you. And can you please tell us how you're going to grow the economy briefly and create new jobs, good jobs, meaningful jobs? Also, the proposal that you have to lower the income tax, lower the corporate tax so we could have corporations coming back to Illinois, stay in Illinois.
Yes.
And finally, we'll do a proposal about freezing real estate taxes.
Yes. The most important thing we could do is change our taxes and reduce the tax burden. We should freeze our property taxes so the homeowners aren't paying such brutally high taxes. And we should gradually reduce the income tax back down to where it was in 2010 so businesses and families and entrepreneurs aren't paying such high tax. That will help them come to Illinois because our taxes are more affordable. The other thing we need to do is help small businesses with their regulations. We have too many regulations on business, too many fees and rules and laws and regulations. We need to reduce the regulatory burden on small business, reduce their tax burden, and then I'll help small business come and grow in Illinois. That's the most important thing we can do.
And finally, I want to thank you very much for your stand against the terrorist ISIL groups and your stand with the Assyrian community.
Yes, the Assyrian American community is one of the most important communities in Illinois. I stand with the Assyrian people. The Assyrian people are wonderful. They're here for the American dream. I want to stand with the Assyrian people against the violence that's occurring against their relatives and friends and families back in Iraq and Syria. We as Americans should never tolerate that kind of violence against families anywhere. And I will work with Senator Mark Kirk and our representatives in Congress and the President to fight to protect the Assyrian people wherever they are.
Thank you very much. God bless you and the best of luck to you.
God bless you. Thank you.
ميقرات ميقرة خشميلو خن رابن قيتلا election بتايلي يرخد بتايلي إلى رابن قيتلا شلخا منن بالت وفوت عاوت أخشميلو خن ميقرة بروس راونر داود خابيدا راب جورا قا ناشد إلينوي قا ناشد لون بتواتي تاكس دي مصليلة income tax مصليلة corporate tax مصليلة هذا غزي أني ناشخينتي وتهي منه تيو برخاطة ال different positions هلا خبيتا ختام الداها event أوديو أنا من أخو نخن جورج شاي جورج بطلب مري على يولخن خادوته وسلامتوتا على نطرخن على نطر أمتا أطوريتا أبيتم باسيمة وبوشم شينا.
خزيان مخبه هدية بشقة نخم بالديز مرتا.
دقلن القاني يلضمنا نمري لا لبينا دقلن القاني يلضمنا نمري لا لبينا قاني كود يوم كسف لنا بالخ مو غبتي مخزنا سفلنا قالك شابرتات مخزنا قالك خالا مخزنا شون لمن شنا خبا صفيا طميا ونا تخمنياتي صمنياتي قم عودت لنيا خسراتي تخمنياتي صمنياتي قم عودت لنيا خسراتي من دت وقتي بيتا وهم شامني تواويتا من دت وقتي بيتا هم شامني تواويتا خدين وانا بخيوتا لرشن وبخدايوتا خدين وانا بخيوتا لرشن وبخدايوتا لرشن وبخدايوتا
خزيان مخبه هدي بشاقنا نخم بالدنز مرياته.
وصمك تلمشانة أوي مكوم تلمشانة أوي وقن تلمشانة أوي وخمر تلمشانة قالوا ينمود ميانا لبيقنوا ويتها نازنا زانية أوي نازنا زانية أوي نازنا زانية نازنا زانية أوي نازنا غيروا اللي خجب الزمرة بابا لمسي يسقط طعما أي دريان اشتاما قرب ما صيرهما لمسي يسقط طعما أي دريان اشتاما يلا زبور هوي نازنا زانية بشرامة كمان نازنا زانية هوي نازنا زانية بس ما يانوك ما شاء الله كلكم زمارتم بابا هيت أوسي والمخمر تلمشانا قالوا ينمود ميانا لبيقنا والمخمر تلمشانا قالوا ينمود ميانا لبيقنا نازنا زانية يلا نازنا زانية لا نخوف سمور يا مرتي أتتخي تبزمقاتوها كل بقبوت خوبة خليني بارا سعدو تلخي دون صارا كل بقبوت خوبة خليني بارا سعدو تلخي دون صارا أصاب خياق عمودنا هك بدري كل مالتي خميا منا هك بدري أصاب خياق عمودنا هك بدري كمالت لي خميا منا بدري لدري لغمة الله لدري خيط الشباب شو هالقدم تلك عليك على رمسن ليلتي يعني إذا رمسن تاتو بتاعه يب رمسن كده رمسن بمخبراتا الو يوين خوبي وين بخبراته الو يوين خوبي انطل من شوقته منه ليه ما بشاري لبي انطل من شوقته منه ليه ما بشاري لبي وين بخبراته الو يوين خوبي وين بخبراته الو يوين خوبي انطل من شوقته منه ليه ما بشاري لبي من شوقتها منا هيا يعطيك الله اسمتها امان امان يلا كمان مدري خي جوانكو خمات عطورايا رمسن ثلاثة شغل ميكروفون ديو ثلاثة شلخة سابق رمسن yeah come on the dance floor
يلا
رمسن يتمو مارا تمثال زومد يسخاوة
ايوه
تمثال زومد يسخاوة قرمصن منه نبلاوة أنا زمرين وأني رقدي وهيلي هيلي 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 You take it away, brother.
وفرفونة ونبي يا خانم وخلتي خنزانم لا شوقت خزام براتب صلي على القادم كلها شوقت خقلة دونم قد سوبق يا هدم شدنا ناقد وشبرم همنا قادم كنت لخزان اينا قنونة خزام خاسوقت خنجار نسوق من مرشيم كنت لخزان اينا قنونة خزام خاسوقت خنجار نسوق من مرشيم ضربت طالب يم طالبينا يلا تشابر غدا ايوه وين حسب بيت الغدا شو وطالوا بدسيات خشتو من مطالبينا شور من الرابع ورختين بيلون أرضينا خزمك ليتي والقلم راسي لاويلا مدي لقى كل ضربان هاي ضربيلا كنت لخزان اينا قلونة خزان خازوقت خنجار نسوق من مرشيم كنت لخزان اينا قلونة خزان خازوقت خنجار نسوق من مرشيم وضبي لنا خبر بشن اصليمه لبليلش انت طلينا يوم نوكيمه يلا شبر غدا شبر
بخمالتون والله سنو والله أنا يقوم الزمار طلعت مرة قادت ميشانا يعني اليوم نمود ميانا اللي بيقنوا ودوانا اوي مخمرت الميشانا اوي مو سرد الميشانا اوي مو كنت الميشانا اوي مو انت الميشانا اوي مخمرت الميشانا يعني اليوم نمود ميانا اللي بيقنوا ودوانا ناصي ناصاني ناصي ناصاني ونازنا زانية لنا زنا زانية لنا زنا زانية ما شاء الله العنكاوي ودمي هلا نبي قنو ودوالا اما اخوات الويشانا وقاني انا ودمي هلا نبي قنو ودوالا نازنا صانية ونازنا صاني ونازنا صانية نازنا صانية ونازنا صانية ونازنا صانية لما طولة سفرت لي وانشدت لا أذت لي كد يوم رشقار السبتم وبنطارت لا خسيت لي لما طولة سفرت لي وانشدت لا أذت لي كد يوم رشقار السبتم وبنطارت لا خسيت شمشل ورافق ويثا والاثبت تامك ليثا جبت ليثا تام القارب وش غسل خاصانيثا شمشل ورافق ويثا والاثبت تامك ليثا جبت ليثا تام القارب وش خاصانيثا لفلا طولة سبرت لي وهنجتت لا أذت لي قد يوم رشقار الدم يلا خبرانا هوازد أوسي جو خب خلتلي شرخ لمن فلتلي لو ما لا دري يطلي وآتي ومطهم بيضلي ميشت لخب خلتلي بشرخ لمن فلتلي لو ما لا دري يطلي وآتي ومطهم بيضلي وبنت نخل مصوفة أنا وبسمت لك الأضارة وين بيضنا بلد خباق وش غسالة خاشدانا وبنت نخل مصوفة أنا نتلق الأضانة وين بيضنا بلد خباق وش غسالك جور جندو نطلع طولة صبرت لي وانت تتلاوذة بديوم رشقار السبتان يلا تشوفوا رقادة تشوفوا سيمنا سيما سيما بشومو سيمنا سيما سيما دابنا دابا دابا سيما 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 دابنا دابا دابا دانا هجی لسوا عقدی وکی تخرینا ای سنم آن سنم نسخدا دابلا دابلا بشون بومن دابلا دابلا يلا بينا سوبرانی قطقط ما بدر کمک خزینه گو داینا کل کسی دارد یوم بخزین داولا 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 بوشولد من داوا بوشولد داوا قطی شکل حسو تبسلاماتی سنمت با اویاتی داولا داولا بوشولد من داوا داولا داولا بوشولد من داوا يقرأ أمين يونا يقرأ سمير يونا بسمعه باقي الستيج ونزه نزه 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 عينا خلينا وتهزه دوشة وخلي ثنازة لها من ناث وخزة هاي لنازة ونزة نزة 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 عينا خلينا وتهزة دوشة حقيقة نازة لها من ناث وخزة هاي لنازة ونازق لي طيبة يهن قام نسخن خزهن نازق لي طيبة يهن وقام نسخن خزهن وصرت وخليين منا لنز نزا لنز نزا عينا خلينا وتازم دوش وخلي ثنازم لها منا ذو خزها إلى نازم ونز نز 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 لنز نز لنز نز عينا خلينا وتازم دوش وخلي ثنازم لها منا ذو خزها إلى نازم يلا يقرأ سمير يونا بسمع له باقي الستيج ويشالاوي مسموكتم خرب قلب ترهقتم ويشالاوي مسموكتم خرب قلب ترهقتم شوق لشو بدمن شبتغ لنز نز لنز نز
Every day, thousands of Assyrians struggle to survive. The world's first Christian nation faces yet another silent genocide. They have been forced to flee from their homes for fear of being tortured, raped, or killed. They have no safe haven to turn to and are forced to live as displaced immigrants throughout the Middle East. They are not allowed any basic civil or human rights, and they live in severe poverty. their adopted countries have turned their backs on them because of the fact that they are refugees, not of their own choice. But it is our duty to bring this tragedy to light and to let the world know of their suffering. We must support our brothers and sisters and assist them as much as possible. We must not let their sacrifices and suffering to be in vain. Assyro is a nonprofit organization which donates 100% of all funds directly towards helping our needy Assyrian brothers and sisters in their desperate time of need. Please visit theassyro.org and make a generous donation. Every dollar will go directly towards helping our needy refugee Assyrians in order to assist them to simply survive. Your generous tax-deductible donation will assist them to purchase food, medicine, medical supplies, to pay their rent, to care for their displaced, and other necessities which we take for granted in our daily lives. Without your help, they will be forgotten, and without each and every one of our Assyrian brothers and sisters, our nation will eventually be forgotten. My name is Bishop Mar Awa Royal, and our people are in need of our help. The time to act is now.
خزيان مخي بقامات خلقو تامن تها خرزة بحكمة خرق قالوخون قد أوليتون راجستر قفوت قال لكشن زينا بشقالة الشوبة يرخد بتاعنا وهلا خبتها خلقو تامن تها خرزة وهل تبغ بيوخن شبت بتاعنا من يوم منعودة شلو برس خزوت عطو رايبتي والآن وان شاروكينا هسو بمارن بوش مشانا وخيا أمتا عطوريتا